Okay. We'll go ahead and get started. The meeting is being recorded. As I just stated, I'm going to give a quick update on all that happened at the weather emergency last night. And then I'm going to jet, because I have another event I have to be at. And then will be the opening of the bids. Turn it over to Commissioner Argoston to open the bids and conduct the rest of the meeting. Okay, last night at 8:20 on this map you can see the windstorm actually kind of came in an arc along here, coming back up across the river, and we went over here, and this is all straight. All the trees are laying straight this way, indicating that there was not a tornado there. It hit Carter Lumber, as you can see. I was going to pull up some of the pictures to show you that we took with the drone.
I saw the.
You saw the one, yeah. We took a bunch. It'll give you a good flavor. And then, so you can see that front building just got destroyed, as did this one. Another angle of it all. This oil company got totally demolished. The county warehouse, there are several panels missing in the roof. All but one of the garage doors got smashed in. It actually made all of the hazmat vehicles inoperable, which was a big problem because when there was a gas tanker that was driving through here when this all happened, and a piece of rebar flew in and punctured it, and so it started leaking gas. He drove all the way to Youngsville before stopping to get out of the weather, and it pooled up there as it dumped out. We don't know how much was released, probably 1,000 gallons or so, because all our hazmat vehicles were out of service due to getting hit.
It's all where the windshield's busted? Is that inoperable?
No, I mean the main problem was that the doors were caved in on top of them and wrapped around them.
Oh, so you couldn't pull them out without taking the door out?
And then the one that we just couldn't start. So they did end up getting a trailer of stuff out to help clean up the mess, but United Refinery stepped in, and those guys are so, I mean, they do that almost every day. So they were very skilled and came right in and mopped it up. I then took the mule out back here and found stuff probably 1.5 miles out. Basically, if you look at the map, I mean, there's a tub back there, there's half of the Carter Lumber sign. One of the most problematic things for Warren County is, I'm not sure if you can see it on those pictures, but one of the big pods that ADM had brought in, which probably has lighting or something in it, got hit with the wind and rolled down the hill.
Oh, geez.
Yeah.
So that's going to push that project back?
Probably. I don't know. We haven't opened it. We don't know what kind of damage there is. Sheriff's office has been guarding that all day.
And
all
has
night.
been notified.
Yes, and we did notify them.
You haven't been on the elevator?
Yes.
There you go.
So anyway, there is a creek back here. We followed it up probably 1.5 miles. At no point have we found any trees that were mangled in such a way that it looks like a tornado. It seems to have just been straight wind. That said, the National Weather Service is here right now looking into it. One of the biggest problems, so it continued from here, straight across here, hitting North Warren Glade, and then continued up to Scandia, where it did knock down one of our 911 towers. So currently the fix is one of our contractors is going to install some equipment on his tower just a few miles away in order to get Scandia area back up. That said, it's not a complete dead zone, but still that's going to be a major insurance claim for us between the tower, infrastructure, and everything that happened at the warehouse. Let's see. We're letting the municipalities, mainly Conewago, Glade, and the city of Warren, lead on how the community can be helpful. They suggest contacting your neighbors, contacting the elderly, and We are hoping that people are willing to knock on each other's doors, help with food, etc. But utilities, except for electric, so sewer and water, etc., are usually not cut off as far as we know. The city noted that if you drag your limbs and such to the curb, they will chop it up. And once Penelec clears the streets, which should happen probably by the end of today, on River Road, which is currently shut down, Conalongo and the associated roads, once that happens, then neighbors should be free to move around. Electricity may not be back up in those areas for a couple days due to severe damage. That said, people are welcome once Penelec clears and the streets are back open to go help each other clean up their lots and stuff. But we can't stress enough that we need to wait on Penelec. It's not safe currently to go walking back around there. They also wanted to encourage people not to hook up generators directly to the house, but to instead run into appliances and such, because if you back energize the line, it could short something. All right, I believe that is all. Any questions for me?
Just disseminating that information through our channel. Do we? I know that there's been stuff that we posted on the Facebook page. Is there anything that we haven't posted that we should write up and put on there?
We do need to write up and post at least one thing, and that is how people can help, because we are fielding questions as to how citizens can get out and help. And the basic answer is don't do anything just yet. Wait until Penelec clears the roads and ensures that
There's because several of the roads are still shut down and they're still moving electrical lines which are active.
Exactly. So that is probably the only thing that really needs to get out there right now until we hear from the National Weather Service. When we first went through it at like 3 in the morning and then even 6 in the morning, we thought no way could this not be a tornado. Mm-hmm. However, now that we've actually been out in the woods investigating it ourselves from the Grunderville side and me up behind Starbrook, it really doesn't look like it probably is. It's just a really, really strong storm.
Well, this is the third one we've had of these in 3 years.
Yeah.
Third, fourth, where they haven't classified it as a tornado per se, but it's like obviously.
Yeah, it's zeros, I think, were the other two, or two of them anyway.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's just we've had so many of them now. I mean, there was one over in the city that blew trees over and caused a bunch of damage downtown.
All right, well, if there's nothing else, no questions for me?
So the statement would be that we will be releasing information on how you can help or volunteer shortly, but that to not engage in any of the zones that currently have damages. They're removing electrical lines.
And then the other message is, if you have a tree down or something, don't call 911 for a damage assessment. You want to call 211. We set up 211 to take those non-emergency calls, so that we have a nice backlog that we can then go work off of and actually go visit. Brian Bowl from the assessment office, Ken McCorse from KLS, and Scott Rose are all out there fielding those, looking at the properties, assessing the damage and such, just a windshield assessment.
So just so that I understand what our responsibility is, so someone has a tree down on their property, what's the expectation as far as municipal involvement in removing the tree?
In the city, they would like you to get the tree to the road, basically. Well, not necessarily the tree, like brush. If there's a hanging tree, you need to hire a service to come in. Yeah. There's really nothing for the county except that we are going to need to apply for disaster relief. Yeah. Shouldn't be that. FEMA should grant that, I would expect, because I think it has something to do with if 25 homes are damaged. And I don't know what Carter lumber would equate to in terms of houses, but that is serious damage, plus ours and everything that's gone on in North Warren. I think we've got the numbers in order to declare a disaster. Okay. But like I said, we'll have more information this afternoon once the National Weather Service weighs in officially. Anything else? All right, then I'm in a jet. I'll turn it over to Commissioner Eggleston go through the rest of the meeting. Thanks, guys, for coming to bid, and thank you so much for bidding.
Commissioner Morrison, do you have any questions or any comments?
No.
Thank you, Commissioner Kaplan. So now the only other piece of business that we have at this time is the bids, which the chief clerk wrote up. We have two
We have two.
bids, and one is from Perry Construction, and the other one is from, I can't remember his name.
Fred Burns Incorporated.
Fred Burns Incorporated, which is out of Clarion. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. We've been trying to get this elevator fixed for 2 years.
This is one from Ferry Construction.
Perry Construction bid is for $194,000. This is based on the specs that we put out.
Should be a couple bids in
Oh, there's a couple of bids in there.
there. It's bid one and then alternate one. Secretary,
So alternate bid is $159,000. Courthouse elevator jack replacement $49,900. And that's basically, so the first one is the total, like, it isn't,
yeah.
what's the difference between the two?
The
Just
second one is an ad for the base bid is jail, second one is the courthouse.
Oh, we've got too many projects. Yeah. Okay, so the second is for the courthouse elevator modernization, and then that also includes the courthouse elevator jack replacement, and that's for the elevator that's in the middle of the building, which is the oldest elevator.
And that was at 159.
That was 159, and then 49,900 for the courthouse elevator jack replacement. And then there are unit prices related to re-drilling of the jack replacement, which is $1,200 per lineal foot. And then there's a hoist beam replacement, which is $8,250 per beam. This is the bid from Perry Construction.
And this is the one from Fred Burns.
Fred Burns bid is, the base bid is $184,500. The first alternate, which is really the courthouse elevator, is $156,750. And then the jack replacement is $50,400. The unit prices for the re-drilling of the jack replacement is $1,400 per lineal foot. The hoist beam bid is $8,600 per beam.
Tight bids.
Yeah, very comparable. So then we'll evaluate these, and then we'll have this will eventually be on the meeting, next week's meeting, right?
We'll have to forward these to the engineer,
Oh, yeah.
and then they'll give their,
feedback, which we'll probably have at next week's work session.
I would think so, yes.
Okay.
Thanks, guys.
All right, thank you very much for coming in, really appreciate it.
Thank you. Yep. Have a good rest of the day.
Commissioner Morrison, do you have any questions?
I don't, I'll review this.
Okay. All right, we don't have anything else to discuss, so I consider the meeting adjourned, if you're okay with that, Commissioner Morrison.
I'm fine with that.
Okay. So we will adjourn the meeting then.
All right, thank you.
Thank you.
Right.